Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party knockoff style review. Today I'm taking a look at the Kubianbao KBB model KBB AD31. This is their KBB Deformation Autobots series. This is the Alloy Dark Edition, aka Lost Age Black Knight Optimus Prime. This is aged for ages 6+. Kubianbao just always do such large boxes. I'm just glad that TF Direct always ship them really securely. At the back there we've got the standard edition, we've got the dark edition, we have an indication of what parts are alloy, we have a very small warning section, and on the bottom there we've got the display accessories where we get a red sword, the standard sword, a red shield, the standard shield, and of course Optimus Prime. It comes packaged in a large plastic clamshell with a big instruction sheet. Here we have him out of his plastic prison, and he looks really nice in person. I love how KBB managed to just enlarge what Takara have done, but use a very high-end plastic. They incorporate the use of the die cast, and they don't skimp out on the paint applications, and as a result they make a very good value for money figure. Now, I know a lot of people hated the whole backpack section, but Takara made a very good improvement when they released the Knights version of Optimus, part of the Lost Age line. The additional head sculpt, the ability to chop and change. We got these nice gauntlets on the hands. We got all of those paint applications and the extra detailing on the chest. We got the replacement feet there. I actually preferred the original feet. They look more Cybertronian. These look more human-like. We got the new crotch plate as well. They changed a lot with the appearance, and I like what they did. They did get it pretty spot on. It's a very good representation of what we got with Prime. As well as his standard silver sword and shield, he also comes with a very nice translucent sword. It doesn't actually look that cheap and nasty. I was worried whenever I get translucent pieces, I already don't like them, but it's actually got a nice look to it. It's a very solid plastic, and the detailing hasn't been lost. And the same can be said about the shield as well. It's very nice paint applications, no smearing there, nice bold kind of metallic electric blue being used, very nice black, and you've got this kind of pink hardened section. You've got a nice little glow going on there. Very nice looking shields. I've always been a fan of sword storage as well. I love the fact he's got the clip on the back which can spin around, and it's got a very natural, very knight-like pose about him, hasn't he? It's very intimidating look for Prime. To give you an idea of how big this guy is, here he is alongside the MPP-10B, the black oversized Weijang Nemesis Prime, and of course we have the M01B Commander, the Weijang oversized Evasion Scourge, or Nemesis Prime. He's a good size figure, and you know what? These three look really good together, don't they? Here he is with the Weijang M02 oversized Hound, the KBB oversized Hound, and the oversized Lockdown. And here he is alongside Leader Class Prime and Leader Class Starscream. As you can see, they really did make him bigger, and as we all know, bigger is better. Now the face swap function is exactly the same as what we got with the original toy. Just lift the head up, rotate the faceplate around, and then bring the face back down, and there we have the unmasked Optimus Prime. Ugh, that is a face only a mother could love. Now, looks-wise, it's definitely one of the better looking figures from the series. I really do like that they went with this whole knight aspect. They did it with the Dinobots, and they did it with Prime. The levels of detailing are very nice indeed, and the paint application is absolutely impeccable throughout. He's a really good mix of that bright, shocking blue, those flame red chests, and then we come around to the really striking chrome gold. Now, one of the biggest complaints about the original figure was this huge, big backpack section, and Kubianbao said, you know what, we'll just remove the pin, so it gives the fans the option just to pull this section off. There's this clip on the back here, there used to be a pin through that section, they basically removed it, and now we have a Prime minus the backpack. And you know what, he doesn't look terrible. He obviously loses the likes of the hip skirts, and I think he kind of needed the bulk of the backpack to bulk him out a bit. He looks a little bit scrawny without it, but that being said, he is far more dynamic without it, and he can get a much better range on those joints. The head is actually spring loaded, but we can lift the head fully up and we get a little bit of upwards motion, we get a little bit of downwards motion, we can get left and we can get right, we can get a little bit of a quizzical tilt on that head as well. The shoulder sections can raise up on 2 hinges. We have a soft ratchet on the shoulder, we have a hard ratchet going out, really nice sound on that ratchet. And the best thing about this Prime is the butterfly joint on the chest, which allows us to bring these arms all the way forwards to the front so we can hold the sword with both hands. We have an upper bicep rotation, we have a ratchet bend at the elbow, we have a rotation on the wrist, and on this hand and this hand alone we have the ability to move the thumb and peg the sword inwards. We have a rotation on the waist, albeit a very stiff rotation. We have the ability to move the crotch flap forwards. The legs can come that far forwards, that far back, and out to the side. Obviously that entire movement would be highly hindered by the back kibble. We have an upper knee rotation. We have a nice bend at the knee, and coming down to the feet are ball mounted, so we can go up and down. We can pivot left and right, and we have this swivel on the back there, which gives us a lot more depth when pivoting. Now, Kubianbao have kept the transformation pretty much exactly the same. I like the fact that this is a big, heavy, and die cast. It's a nice, really nice heavy piece. And sometimes when you get metal and plastic, the paint really does look different on how it's applied. Kubianbao really do get it right, and they get it right first time. It's a very nice looking piece. Lift the crotch section up, move these hip skirt sections out of the way using this hinge, come around to the feet. Want to rotate the wheel around, and as you bring it around, there's a tab here, and that's going to slide into the slot on the leg. Push the toe down inside the heel section and rotate the lower leg at the knee. Grab the upper and lower torso and rotate the waist all the way around so that the truck sections are now facing upwards, and then rotate this foot section around, and as we bring this section in, it's going to push this sprung hinged section inwards and tab into place. Come around to this front section, lift that down and rotate this grill section down and around, and again that's just going to tab in. Bring the torso up, which then allows us to be able to bring these legs together. There's a tab here, here, and one at the bottom, and there's also these small tabs on the front. We just want to make sure they are all lined up and push and tab everything into place. Should all tab in quite securely, and there we go, like that. Lift the shoulder wings up and around, bring that one around as well, and these two are going to tab in together, and just move this up and out of the way for now. Bring the arms down on this butterfly joint to the side, and then rotating them at the elbow. You want the elbow to bend backwards and the hand to be at the side and at the rear. Slide the rear cab section up, and that now allows this section to hinge down and underneath Prime, where it can tab in on either side of the front. These gas tank sections on the side actually now house the arms. They hide just on the inside there. You can now bring these side sections up, and as they come up we have tabs along the outside sections here And with everything squeezed in, you should be able to see just the hinge of the arm behind that smokestack, and we can just bring the roof section down and just finish it off by just having everything in together. And here he is all transformed up into his vehicle mode. I'm still not a huge fan of this panel lining and panel forming. Still a job to get them around these arms. Once it's all tabbed in, it does look remarkably tidy. And he says all tabbed in. This front section still isn't, is it? There we go. It is looking very shiny and very nice. The paint applications are very clean. All the wheels roll. We do have storage for the sword underneath and the shield on the back. We've got some really nice big smokestacks. We have a visible prime head at the back there. I like the red tint on the windows and the gold, red and blue. What is it? It's kind of a teal? I don't know. It's kind of that sort of colour, isn't it? It really does work. It's a very aggressive look from the front and very high reflective. Again, the paint applications are very clean throughout the entire mould. The roof is maybe a little bit bland, but other than that, it's a very nice truck mode. Here he is alongside the leader class Optimus Prime. He's a little bit bigger and he's a bit longer as well. It's noticeable that they've definitely enlarged the mould. It looks really nice in vehicle mode alongside the Human Alliance scale figures. And MP10 wants to get in on the action. He's dwarfed by this guy. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the KBB model KBB AD31 Plus. This is the Alloy Dark Edition. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Is this a good purchase? Yes, I think it is. I think it's a good value for money piece. It's definitely better than what Takara offered us. People keep questioning me. They're saying, Ben, you say that these knockoffs are good. Are they as good as Takara? Yes, they are. The factory is making them as good, if not better, than what Takara were boshing them out. You know, it's always easier to improve on somebody else's mould. People seem to forget that Takara came up with these sculpts. They've done a fantastic job, and all KBB and Weijang, their real job is just to improve on it, and they're doing an amazing job. Now, I rate the MPP10 as a 10 on my KO scale, and on terms of build quality, durability, joint tightness, and overall aesthetic paint applications and look, this guy ranks highly. He's definitely up there at a good 8. Thanks again to the guys at TF Direct for making this review possible. I've included a link to this product in the description below. And until next time, from myself and Prime, thanks for watching. Goodbye.